My life I've been wildin', couldn't control it, and my mama could control me. 8 years old, I was passing the dough. That nigga dead, he don't even know it. You ain't trying to get your hands dirty, what you in it for? I done robbed plenty folks, I done cut plenty dope, and I know the nigga that shot my nigga, but he ain't standing though.
You're here today.
I do.
I want to talk about the incident that brings you here today. I want to take you back to November 26, 27 of 2022, okay?
Okay.
Do you remember the night, November 26, 2022?
I do.
You took his life and said bye. You showed no remorse for him. None. Not for me, not for my daughter, not for his kids. I can't believe that I felt sorry for you for a moment. But I didn't know all the facts. I didn't know everything. I have no remorse for you. I have no empathy because you had no remorse for my son and you showed no empathy for him. You deserve every single year they can give to you.
Family, I won't hold too much of you guys' time today because we're going to court. I want you guys to let me know based on the information provided. Do you guys feel as if though this was self-defense or a clear-cut case of M1? Family, meet Quenisha Johnson, female dancer, a mother of 3. Less than 24 hours ago, she was recently sentenced to 20 years in prison, but was able to walk free while on bail.
Right after the sentencing, Julia, what did she have to say?
Spoke to her for the first time, Ted, because even though she was sentenced to 5 years confinement, she is out on bond pending her appeal. So we got to see her walking out of the courthouse with her children, with her family. They've been upbeat when they go into the courtroom every day, but today was a different kind of relief, a different kind of happiness from those family members. And here's what she had to say about those who've been watching this trial and how she feels about everything that happened.
You were such a good listener, Thomas. It makes me feel so special.
You are special. If you don't mind, if you could just...
Sometimes we have to look for what's not. Family is there. I mean, they say people show no remorse. I'm very remorseful. It's because I don't sit there and tear, cry, and I can't cry on cue. I'm mentally disturbed. I'm disturbed and whole, you know. I can't express it enough, like, I don't think I did that, and I still feel the same. I will also.
What would you change about that night if you could go back?
What I would do? I didn't know where to go, but, you know, if I could have got my kids enough, which I was aiming to do, I don't really think there's anything else that I could have changed. You know, that was my home, my kids was in there, all I wanted to do was treat my kids.
Later in the video, we'll find out that the 29-year-old Quenisha Johnson, and here actually step-by-step on what took place that night, was held responsible for taking the life of her kid's father, DeMonte Smith. May he rest in peace. I love condolences to his family. He was a rapper and went by the stage name It's Dolo. He even had tracks like Hands Dirty that featured his baby mother in the video.
All of my life I've been wildin', couldn't control it, and my mama could control it.
So before we discuss how he unfortunately lost his life due to his baby mother, and hear from Quenisha herself during trial, and talk about the case and get you guys' conclusion at the end, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. Authorities say a DeKalb father has passed away. DeMonte Smith passed away from injuries he sustained from a shooting prompted by a domestic dispute with his baby mother. It was a Sunday. The situation ended up turning deadly. 29-year-old Quenisha Johnson ended up shooting her children's father multiple times. Now it's key for later in the video that you guys understand that authorities came to that house well before that situation on that same day. Police said they found DeMonte with a gunshot wound to the chest. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced deceased. I want to give you guys more information before I play this home recording. Around 11 a.m., police were called to a home on the 700 block in Enderbury Lane because of a domestic dispute. However, police later said that the emergency was changed to a person shot call. Investigators think that the fight got so bad that shots were fired. Quenisha Johnson, who was 29 years old as we mentioned, was found to be the suspect. She was charged with M1 and aggravated assault. She was arrested in front of her kids. This is the home footage of that very moment. And listen to Quenisha say, "I told y'all to do something at the very beginning." So now we got the basics out the way. It was a week-long trial, but just this past Monday, August 28th, 2023, she was sentenced to 20 years with 5 years confinement. Now, before we get to the conclusion, I want you guys to check out Quenisha taking a stand, giving the jury step-by-step on what happened that night.
And where do you currently reside?
In Nigeria.
And where did you reside before that?
796 Kilometer Lane in Alabama, Georgia.
And tell me, Ms. Johnson, what do you do for a living?
I work with autistic kids. I'm a behavioral health technician.
What would you do before that?
I was working at 8 hours for hookah, doing hookah.
How long have you lived at your current address?
Since March of this year.
796 Eden Dairy address, how long did you live there?
A year.
Do you remember when you moved into that home?
December 1st of 2021.
And was that a rental property or a house you owned?
It was a rental property.
And were you the primary person on the lease?
I was.
You were the one who signed the lease?
I am.
And were you the one who paid the rent every month at that property?
Yes, I was.
Were all the utilities and everything in your name?
Yes, they was.
Ms. Johnson, you know why you're here today?
I do.
I want to talk about the incident that brings you here today. I want to take you back to November 26, 27 of 2022, okay?
Okay.
Do you remember the night, November 26, 2022?
I do.
Tell us what happened that night.
I was home studying for my RBT certificate. I get a phone call from my girlfriend on a three-way FaceTime call, inviting me to go out for one of their birthdays. I agree to go out. I get up, I prepare to get dressed to go outside. During our conversation, we was getting dressed, whatever. During our conversation, I let Demonte know where I was going. That was it. I got ready to go. I leave out. We go to one club.
Well, let's go back.
Okay.
Tell us approximately what time it is at night.
11. Like 10 or 11.
About 11 o'clock at night on November 26th.
Correct.
Okay. And DeMonte's at the house with you?
He was.
And what about your kids?
They were there as well.
And where were they at that point?
My two daughters were asleep in their room, and my newborn was with Demonte.
Okay. Was the newborn asleep at that point?
She was.
Was she sleeping in the crib?
She was.
And so you get the call 11 o'clock at night, you get dressed, you let DeMonte know where you're going. What happens after that?
I leave to go out. We go to one club.
What was the name of the club?
Zari.
Okay.
We're there, just partying. We leave that club around 2, go to the 8th hour, which is the 8th hour that I was working at.
And what's the name of the place you were working?
It's called Taste.
Okay.
We get there, we're there for about an hour. My girlfriends and another coworker gets into an altercation. I go to the bathroom, I communicate the altercation with Demonte. We stay for a little bit longer. They get to the altercation reoccurred. They now about to fight. We leave After hours,
Let's go back. About what time is this when you communicate with DeMonte about the altercation?
now this is about 4.
Okay. And when you say communicate, was it a text message or a phone call?
I called him. I went to the bathroom and called him.
And was he up at 4 a.m.?
He was.
Okay. And you actually talked to him?
I did.
And then what happens after that?
He advised me that he was going to send someone to make sure I was okay. I let him know I was okay. It wasn't me that was in a fight with my girlfriends and they were leaving. And that I was showing my location.
And what did